Hey y'all, it's Renee from Zone 9B, Panhandle, Florida region. Today I'm going to be planting Songora, also known as wandflower. So I'm going to be planting about 6 of these. I paid $0 for any of these. That's because I bought one plant like, I don't know, a couple of years ago, and it keeps throwing off babies, but you gotta dig them up when they're little if you're planning on transplanting them. And I've been checking to make sure that these were indeed wandflower instead of a weed that looks very similar when it's very small. And if you watched me in a previous video, you saw all the ones I dig up were like this big, and now you can see how big it is. So we're gonna get these in the ground today. They are zone hardy 6 to 9. They can grow up to 3 feet wide. And believe it or not, when I researched it, it said 3 to 6 feet tall. I've never had any get 6 feet tall. They usually stay between, I'd say 2 to 4 on average, depending upon, I guess, how long they've been in the ground. Seems like some of the ones that have been there over the winter, if they do come back the next year, the same root might be a little bit taller than the babies they throw off from their seeds. So I think this will give me a really nice movement in the part that I'm going to be planting it in. And I'm going to be planting it in the same place I did yesterday's video, which was where I did the Rose of Sharon's, except I'm going to be planting these in between. I think that'll give me a nice leaf variation when they're not blooming. And then these bloom most of the summer through the fall, which is awesome for me. So let's go ahead and get these sweeties in the ground. So I'm going to be putting one over there. That's the last one that I dug up, and it looks really sketch. It was really big when I dug it up, unfortunately. And whenever I dig up something new from my ground, I do put it into a pot. And then if it looks like it's not doing well the next day, I will cut it almost all the way down. And then this way the plant isn't using its resources to try to repair all those leaves, and hopefully just keep a few going and maybe send out some new shoots. So I'm hoping that one's gonna take, but I've got a little baby one right over there. And then I have one right here. And then I have one here, here, and here that's gonna go into the ground. Now listen, these wandflowers do not like heavy soils. They like something that's well draining. So for that reason, I'm gonna make sure that whatever I mix into it, my compost, pine bark, peat moss, is gonna be really mixed in well with the sand base that's my soil. That way the sand will hopefully add all that good drainage that this plant needs. So we planted that one and that one. And then we have one over here. And then we have that one here. Then we got a baby one over here. But then this is the one that was really big. But it doesn't look completely dead, so we're gonna go ahead and give it a try. Don't you hate it when you're walking around and then you see something and you're like, oh, I gotta take care of that? Yeah, my peacock has rootstock coming out from it, which means I gotta climb over all these little stickers and all this little juniper stuff. But we gotta take care of that. All right, so let me go ahead and show you. This was the rootstock leaf. That's what the understock is, or I always get those mixed up. Scion, I'm not sure. But then this is what dancing peacock leaf looks like, and you can definitely tell there's a difference there. You gotta get those suckers though. You don't want it overtaking the favored tree that is grafted onto it. That's gonna do me for today. Whew, the yard is looking beautiful. I know I promised you a yard tour a couple videos back, but I got a lot of weeds and I'm kind of embarrassed about that. I got horsetail growing places it shouldn't be growing. Oh. I need to clear out some more stuff before I want to show off my yard, but I gotta do it sooner. You're gonna miss my maple spring tour that I want to do for you. You know, I see some people doing YouTube videos of just pictures or just shots of individual plants. That might be what I end up doing, but we'll see. So until the next one, I hope you're able to go out and make something beautiful in your world today. And bye, y'all.